All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome to this week's episode of the Bullets, Barbells, and Barbecue podcast. I'm your host, Brett. We got Chris, the artist formerly known as Heavy C. I got multiple injuries, Matt, and Tanner the Head. We got our show partners, Elite Nutrition. Check them out at EliteNutritionOmaha.com. Use code B3 at checkout for 10% off. Or go to the Omaha or Lincoln store and yell B3.
Get a free shaker.
It's also
a free shirt today.
It's also Black Friday today, so they're having free shirts.
Free shaker. You can sign up for a Ninja Creamy.
A free creamy.
Yeah. A Ninja
The
Creamy.
creamies come with Tanner's Cybertruck rides. We already talked about that.
A Jordy Ball signed softball. Oh, and then we also have Emerge, buy one, get one free. It's the best deal you'll ever see on that.
I should go and buy a bunch of them and then sell them all here at regular price.
You could.
I'm a capitalist, buddy.
You limit for.
So well, I'll just bring everybody in.
Some restrictions apply. See store for
What's
detail.
Emerge?
It's like a powdered energy drink. It's 300 milligrams of caffeine, but
It's pretty good.
Oh, so I can put 600 milligrams in one drink?
Yeah.
I have to drink two of
This kid came in the other day and chugged 2 Reigns in a row.
It's man shit there.
Yeah.
Have you seen him again since?
Yeah, he's done this a couple of times.
Reign's only 200 milligrams a piece, isn't it?
Or 300.
Is it 300?
Did the right side of his face freeze up or anything?
No.
Like,
600 milligrams isn't really that big of a deal.
No, you can.
So what do you have to do to win this Ninja Creamy? You just sign, like, is it a purchase based or is it just put your
Yeah,
name in
with
the
any
drawing?
purchase, we have things so you can sign up for the softball or the creamy.
And then who draws the names?
Steve and I.
So one of us should win, is what you're saying.
If I did draw your name, I would put it back.
That's really fucked up.
Oh, man, I can't read it.
Yeah, I don't know what this says. Weird.
Well, I know where I'm not going today.
No, we'll just draw, and whoever wins it wins it.
So one of us should win. With no purchase.
yeah. No purchase. Here's your Ninja Creamy.
We also have Rosewood Block. They make the best cutting boards in barbecue. They're fully customizable. Check them out at rosewoodblock.com. Use code B3 at checkout for 10% off there as well.
Swell.
So Nebraska played 4 quarters of football last week.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been saying that all year. If they play 4 quarters of football, they can fucking dominate games.
And
And they kept their foot on the gas the whole time.
Well, and I've been telling you that we have talent, and our offensive line's not that bad.
Yeah.
And
Monday,
we had
Tanner came in
fucking
like we
talent.
won the national championship.
We fucking did. Wisconsin has beat us for 10 fucking years in a row. We beat Creighton. We fucking swept Wisconsin in volleyball, and we beat their ass in football. It was a great Husker weekend.
It's true. It was a great Husker weekend.
It was.
Yeah.
It was, but that's what we've been saying this whole time. If they would actually play 4 quarters of football, the problem is that they haven't been.
Okay, well, they did.
Does volleyball play tomorrow? Volleyball's on tomorrow too, isn't it? Or tonight?
What, today, Friday?
Yeah.
I think it's tonight.
I think it is.
Is it
That's gonna be a real overlap
Penn
because the
State.
game's at 6:30.
Penn State.
Oh, I don't know.
Because Nebraska plays the late game, which is gonna be fucking brisk in Iowa City. I bet.
I think kickoff temp is 14.
Yeah, I think when I looked last time it was 14, but with a wind it was gonna feel like 4.
7. Yeah.
Fuck that.
Let's take a look here at the old Weather Channel, see what they're saying for the game tonight in Iowa City.
Do you guys watch volleyball at all?
I watched the game last week.
Nebraska is so fucking good. Like,
They are
John
so
Cook
good.
is the greatest coach of Nebraska sports history, in my opinion.
Yeah. I mean, they're super fucking talented, yes. But their strategy and their adapt and change. Like
It's at 4 p.m.
They actually like make
Today?
changes throughout the game. They change strategies and they adapt. They don't just like, oh, hey, we're really good. We're just going to go out and try to out talent.
Well, and the cool thing about Nebraska is if you like they have like the most top 10 wins this year, they'll play anybody. Like in the early season, they'll play anybody. And John Cook's like, well, if we lose, we lose.
Yeah.
Like we need to get better, right? Like because they're not playing to make the playoffs. They're playing to win fucking championships.
Yeah.
And it's like I think I said this. We had like the state of Nebraska is a volleyball state. Like as far as like women's volleyball on every level of college, they're dominant. Like we have a top 5 team at like 6 different levels of volleyball.
It's actually warmed up for tonight. It's only gonna feel like 12.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
So
Oh, it's going to feel like 68 for me.
68. What are you running, like a sweatshop at your house?
Yeah.
Mine's at 64.
during the day.
Yeah, then it goes to 59.
I'm running
at night.
on propane. That shit's fucking gold. That's expensive.
I know. So why is your? Yeah, mine's 64. That's what I'm saying. Why you got it so hot?
Oh, it's true. I don't know. Put it down.
Well, I'll tell you that, like in my house, there's a thermostat fight.
Yeah.
I run at one temperature and everyone else runs at a different one.
You should get one of those like ones you can run from your phone, but you can probably lock it down.
I had that in the old house.
The Nest.
Yeah.
We have a different version of that. I got it because the OPPD was like, "Oh, if you get this, we'll give you a discount." And I was like, "Oh," and then they're like, "If you give us control of your thermostat," and I was like, "Nope."
Yeah, they're like,
Almost had me.
you got these peak hour times. We want to let your air conditioning get up to like 73.
Well, in the
During the
wintertime,
day,
you
I
and
was
the
like, fuck
OPPD
off.
are probably about the same. They're probably like 68's good. Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah, no, I feel like I even it out. In the summer, I run my house cold. In the winter, I run my house cold. So I feel like I even it out.
Yeah.
It's like when I drive my truck and I pull up next to an electric car. I just sit on the gas the whole time you're next to them. Just want to make sure their
Yeah,
carbon
stay up like
footprint's the same.
2,500 RPM.
Yeah, I got to make sure the carbon footprint's the same between
Their carbon
everybody.
footprint's higher than your carbon footprint. So,
Also true. But no, Nebraska played a good game last week. Hopefully they can play another good game this week.
yeah, they're going to. I guaranteed it last week. I'm guaranteeing it this week, too.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You guaranteed it the week before, too.
I guaranteed it all week.
Yeah.
All season. But if you
Next
say
thing
it enough times, you're going to be right at least once.
Man likes a guarantee on a box. Makes him feel good. I could shit in a box and slap a guarantee on it for you. I got the time. Next thing you know, you got the guarantee fairy dropping by your house. Your daughter's knocked up and there's change missing off your dresser. I've seen it 1,000 times.
A fucking movie quote guy over there.
I can take a shit in a box and slap a guarantee on it, but it's still a guaranteed piece of shit.
You get a good look at a bull. Wait a minute. It's got to be your.
Put my head up the bull's ass.
It's got to be your bull. No, it's the butcher's ass.
Hold on a minute.
Yeah.
All right, this week's games. The 11 o'clock game today is Minnesota at Wisconsin. Wisconsin is picked by 1.
I fucking told you that Minnesota had, I was iffy. I really wanted to pick Minnesota last week over Penn State. That was close.
It was close.
1 fucking point.
Yeah. And Minnesota's already got a bowl game now. So, but I don't know. I think Minnesota can win that game against Wisconsin.
I think
It's at Wisconsin.
I think they're going to win that game too.
I'm going to pick Minnesota too. I think Minnesota might have a little bit of a letdown, but Wisconsin doesn't look very good.
A Badger or a Gopher?
I'm going Wisconsin.
Just which part? Just because you like
Badgers.
Badgers?
Yeah.
Okay.
I had a really good experience going to that game up there.
So he's going to pick Wisconsin all season. Well, it's not
Yeah.
all season, I guess. This is the end of regular
It
season.
was super fun.
I mean, I had fun. Their fans suck, but I was fine.
It was maybe you.
Maybe. I mean,
I can believe that.
I've had some fan run-ins like everywhere I've gone, except for Ohio
Weird.
State.
I can't believe that Tanner was the problem.
Ohio State didn't have a problem. I had a fucking blast in Ohio State.
Well, that's actually the next game here we're going to talk about.
Ohio State.
They
Yeah,
have
no.
the 11 o'clock game tomorrow. They're the big noon kickoff. Ohio State, Michigan at Ohio State. Ohio State is picked by 19.5.
Ohio State.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's always a tough one, though, because those rivalry games can go
I
either
know.
way.
But if Ohio State loses, let's just say they do, not one person on their team will have not their seniors would have never beat Michigan, ever.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I mean, statistically, you got to pick Ohio State.
and
but it's
then
always
Ryan,
hard.
and Ryan Day will be fired the next day.
He's held that team together pretty decently for being taken over a dynasty.
Right, but you have to beat Michigan.
Yeah. Matt, what do you got there? You got the Buckeyes or the Wolverines?
What are their colors?
So you have a tree nut or a Wolverine?
We're going Ohio State.
All right, Ohio State across the board.
Mm-hmm.
Illinois at Northwestern. Illinois is only
Illinois.
picked by 7. That's kind of
Illinois.
surprising.
Illinois. Well, they both suck, but
Illinois is 8-3.
yeah, they still suck.
They also beat Nebraska.
And
Do
they
we
still suck.
suck?
Yeah, they suck.
You don't think Northwestern's going to really try to get to 5-7?
Northwestern is terrible. It's a battle of the suck.
I don't think that's probably what it's labeled as right there, but
Nope, that's on Pornhub.
yeah, Illinois is probably, I would say, it's going to take that one.
Mm-hmm.
What's Northwestern? They're the Wildcats, right?
Yeah,
And then Illinois is the homeless people.
yeah.
Yeah. Actually, speaking of
Who'd you pick, Matt? The Bums or the Wildcats?
the Indians or the Wildcats,
Does Northwestern still have their same coach they've had for a while? I don't
No.
know. No,
Fitzgerald.
I don't know his name.
Okay,
Pat.
well,
Pat Fitzgerald.
he's not their coach. He got fired for something stupid.
Pat Smear.
No, don't go Illinois.
Speaking of the Indian stuff, did you see that thing with the Redskins?
That they're great.
They might be bringing the logo back.
Yeah.
Nice.
Wasn't it some kind of deal with them getting a new stadium? They had to entertain the idea of bringing the logo back or something like that.
Well, I think the thing is that no one wants to buy fucking Commander shit. The Redskin logo is popular. And-
Well, in the tribe that resemblance of that guy, like they're really pissed about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, Obama.
Right.
Well, then we got Maryland at Penn State. Penn State is picked by 25.
Wow. Well,
I don't
Penn
know.
State-
I don't know if they'll win by 25, but I think Penn State will win.
Yeah. 25 is a lot.
25 is a lot in college football.
Well, in 25, you could be up by 28 and they score some meaningless touchdown with 2 minutes to go, and now you didn't.
I mean, look at that Lions game yesterday.
Yeah.
They were like beating the shit out of the Bears, and then the Bears came back.
I did see the end of that. I thought the Bears were gonna, because the Lions got that like pass interference call right at the very end.
I didn't watch but this season I feel like the Bears are like the Nebraska of the NFL. Like they lose by like a score. Like they had a field goal blocked.
I'm pretty sure they were on like their own 35 or 40, got a pass interference that moved them all the way up to the Lions 25. And then I didn't see what happened with, obviously they lost.
Yeah, they went. It was like 20-23. I think was the final score. But yeah, they're like a one score losing this whole season. It seems like.
Bum, 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 bum.
Notre Dame at USC. Notre Dame is picked by 7.5.
Notre Dame.
Yeah, Notre Dame, unfortunately.
You don't think USC can beat them?
Sure, they can.
I'll go USC.
Okay. You like being wrong. Might as well be wrong again.
Matt, what do you got? The Fighting Irish or the Spartans?
The Golden Domers.
USC.
Going USC. So we got 2 for USC, 2 for Notre Dame.
You got Matt over here who doesn't even know what football is.
Yay, sports.
He does. He just plays it. Rutgers at Michigan State. That's going to be a real barn burner. Michigan State is picked by 1.5.
That's the battle of the sack.
Yeah. What's the total on that game? 8 points.
47.5.
Not gonna happen. Under.
Rutgers at Michigan State.
Yeah. I'll go Michigan State.
I'm going to say Michigan State too.
I'll go Rutgers.
Because you like being wrong.
Yeah.
Who won this year?
Who won
Won
what
what?
this year?
The picks.
I've been keeping track.
He kept track and figured out he was down by a fucking boat ton and quit.
Because yeah, that one. I've stuck
Oh,
with Big
because
Ten
he
a few
picked the
weeks.
Big Ten 1 week. No, because I kicked your ass every week.
Is a boat ton more or less than a shit ton?
The real bets tonight, anyway.
The real bet is tonight.
Yeah,
True.
Let's get to this bitch. Are we
Money-
there
It's
yet?
the money bet.
Fresno at UCLA. So you got to pick them fucking games like that for the end of the season.
UCLA.
Yeah, UCLA.
Yeah.
Even though Fresno's 6-5, UCLA is picked by 7.5 though.
Yeah, but Fresno hasn't fucking played anybody, I'm sure.
They're in the what? Mountain West.
Yes.
They're out west.
I thought they were FCS.
Fresno State.
Yeah, I didn't even think they were in the FBS.
Fresno State's not like.
No, I think
terrible. They're okay.
No, they're 6-5.
Mountain West is pretty good. I'll go UCLA.
The Battle of Indiana, Purdue versus Indiana.
Well, Indiana.
Purdue is 1-10. I did not realize that.
Oh my.
They're
Oh,
good.
so they're worse than that.
That's bad.
Yeah. Yeah, 10-1 versus 1-10.
Yeah.
I,
Anyone picking Purdue on this one?
Someone's one's got to go. Yeah, Indiana.
Indiana.
Yeah.
Watch Purdue fucking win.
That'd be cool.
That'd
Yeah.
be terrible.
It'd probably fuck Indiana on their playoffs.
Oh, you think? They're 10th right now. They have to win by 100 points to make it, probably. You know, Alabama, who has 3 losses, won to fucking Vanderbilt and got fucking dick stomped by Oklahoma last week, is still 13th.
Because they want Alabama to be in there.
I mean, I know they have the most top 25 wins. Like they have the best wins, but you lost to fucking Vanderbilt and Oklahoma, who just became bowl eligible by beating you. Like,
Hey, you got to want it. Okay.
yeah. Ugh.
Washington at Oregon. They are the Saturday night game.
Oregon.
Yeah.
Oregon.
Oregon's going to go 12-0, huh?
Yep.
Oregon's picked by 18.
And they're going to be the 1 seed in the CFB playoff.
You don't think that's going to be the big upset watch is Washington over Oregon?
Does anyone
Washington,
know?
I think, can beat Oregon. I mean, Washington has played some good games. They've played some good games.
They're just like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. They're fucking all.
You know, I'll do it just as the outsider. I'll pick Washington over Oregon. I don't care either way, so I'll pick Washington.
Yeah. Once again, you like being wrong. Like you're good.
Hey, you know what, Tanner? I'm a risk taker, you know?
No, the real risk is who you pick in the Iowa Nebraska game and whether your wife murders you in your sleep or not.
She's not going to murder me in my sleep.
Okay,
So,
you
yeah, I
can
have
be
to have a
awake.
retract. She doesn't agree with me, but I told her that she is just as naive as you.
All right, that's fine.
I think you gotta explain more. What
Oh,
are we talking
because
about?
when I picked the USC game,
Yeah.
and I said, he said something about Amber being mad, and I said, I think she's starting to figure out what I've been saying. And she said, she is not on my side on that.
She's not.
Yeah.
not on your
I
side.
said, that's, she goes, so you need to have a retraction. I said, and that's fine. Then you were
She's-
just as naive as Tanner is.
She's on the side of being right over here.
You have been
The righteous and just.
You have
side.
been wrong 5 times this season.
You have been wrong 5 times this season.
I'm talking about just Nebraska.
Me too.
I was at least honest about it.
Oh yeah, you just throw in a. Well, I think they could win.
10-2.
Yeah. No,
They're
no,
fucking
11-1, 10-2,
Hey,
9-3
In all fairness, we have 11 wins over the last 2 years, so we're close.
over the last 2 years.
We're getting there.
we're getting there.
All right. Tonight at 6:30 in Nebraska at Iowa. 6-5 Nebraska, 7-4 Iowa. Nebraska's 3-5 in the Big Ten. Iowa's 5-3 in the Big Ten.
Bum, bum, bum.
You can say any stat you want. Nebraska.
Chris?
Nebraska by a touchdown.
21 touchdowns for Caleb Johnson this year.
Yeah, and he's going to end at 21.
Matt, who's your pick?
I'll take Nebraska. I don't know.
Now, who are you picking, Brett? Are you picking? Here's the thing: if you pick Iowa, you're saying you're going with your bet that Nebraska would be 6-6. But if you pick Nebraska, you might as well just hand me the $100 right now because you think you're wrong.
He doesn't think he's wrong. He might think you're right.
I really don't know.
Well, fucking pick somebody. You gonna give me $100 right now, or are you gonna pick?
Why would I
Iowa?
give you $100 right now? That doesn't mean anything what the bet was.
Yeah, because you say you're wrong ahead of time.
I don't think that's how that really works.
Well,
That's not how it works.
I'm going to do my normal vague one. If Nebraska plays the way they did against Wisconsin, they'll win. If they play the way they played the rest of the season, they will lose to
if
Iowa
Nebraska
badly.
scores more points than Iowa, they're going to win.
That's not what I said.
But if they score less, they're going to lose.
If they play the same game they played last week, they'll win. If they
What
play
if we
the
play
way
better?
Sorry, if they play the same way or better than they did last week, they will easily
what,
win.
What if we score like 50 points on fucking Iowa tonight?
Apparently, it'll make you very
They score
excited.
51, we still lose.
Yeah.
If Nebraska and Iowa ended up 51-50, the fucking internet would explode.
Nebraska plays the Wisconsin game, they win.
Will they play the Wisconsin game?
I guess we'll find out.
Who are you picking?
I just said.
Just pick a team.
I did.
No.
Yeah. Just like I
What-
told you all season, if they played 4 quarters of football, they could have won
You have to say a name.
90%
You
of
have
those.
to pick a name.
I don't like agreeing with Tanner, but you have to say a name.
I did. I said if Nebraska plays Wisconsin's game, they'll win.
no,
That's my
no,
pick.
no.
You
No.
gotta pick somebody.
Yeah. 3-1, bitch. Pick somebody.
You gotta
Fine. I'll pick Nebraska.
pick, that was so reluctant. Oh, fine.
Well, I don't want to fucking hear about it because I don't think they're going to win, but I don't want to hear about it.
You want to hear about it?
Well, you're going to hear about it now.
No, I picked Nebraska. I
No.
just think
No,
if
you
they
didn't.
play the way they fucking played every game except the Wisconsin game, they're going to get fucking beat. But if they play like they did against Wisconsin, they can win here and they'll win their fucking bowl game.
Here's why I think they're going to win. There's a lot of buzz going around the offense right now with all Dana Holgorsen. And he's got those guys playing pretty good. They seem pretty confident.
I'm not
after
worried about
last
the
week.
offense.
I think the defense is going to be okay.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I
The
think
defense didn't look super great last week either.
That's what I'm saying. Literally, didn't I say this all season? If Nebraska plays 4 quarters of good football, they can beat almost anybody.
well, I mean that
Did I not say that all season?
Brett, of course, but that's with everybody. That's like almost every football team ever. If you play 4 quarters, you're going to win. Because it's hard to play 4 quarters.
But there are a lot of teams that play and win like that. That's why Oregon is probably going to be undefeated.
They don't play 4 quarters. They almost fucking lost 16-13 to Wisconsin 2 weeks ago. They didn't play fucking 4 quarters. They
And they
probably
almost
played
lost
4
it.
minutes.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. It's like
What? You both can't be saying that.
it's the most generic thing to say. If they score more points, it's just like saying that.
Hey, I already coined that one.
I think or you have to score major points in the games you're playing. Like if you're going to play 4 minutes of football that apparently Oregon did, they put up massive points in that time then.
Well, 16.
In 4 minutes, that's a lot of points in
That's
4
massive
minutes.
in soccer
And baseball.
and baseball.
To Chris's point, like I talked 2 weeks ago that or 2 or 3 weeks ago that Satterfield didn't move anybody. There was no motion. You couldn't figure out what the other defense was. Like Holgorsen motioned people. We ran some different things.
Oh,
We
as I
have
said, I think the offense looked
fucking
great last
talent.
week.
And we have talent. 0 sacks, 0 tackles for loss. There was one play where we had 0 yards. That was the only time. One play all of last week. That's fucking hard to do as a football team. We have talent. We have the players. We just needed a better play calling. And now we have it. So fucking undefeated from here until Dana Holgorsen leaves.
I said, I think the offense looked great last
He
week.
might only be here for this year.
He might. I know. And I'm really pissed off about it.
Yeah.
Why would he only be here for a year?
He hasn't. They ask him about it, and he's just like, "Yeah, we'll see what happens." It doesn't really.
Well, I kind of think so for him. I don't know if he wants to be a head coach again. I don't think he really does. I think he kind of likes just shooting off at the lip, like saying whatever the fuck he wants. And if Nebraska will pay him a couple $1 million to call plays, I think he'll be completely happy with it. Like I just don't know, but I don't know what he wants to do. Just like Spagnuolo, like we were talking about this other day. Like he's a great defense. He doesn't want to be a head coach anymore, right? Like he just wants to be a defensive coordinator. So if you can just be a coordinator and you can just get into football, for some people I think it's good. Chip Kelly just did the same thing. He went from being head coach at UCLA to offensive coordinator at Ohio State. He doesn't want to deal with the bullshit. He just wants to call plays. I just don't know what he wants to do.
Maybe he wants Rule's job.
I don't think he wants to be a head coach. And I don't think Nebraska is the ideal place for Dana Holgorsen to be a head coach. Because as an offensive coordinator, you can say certain things at a press conference that that the head coach cannot. His press conferences, like even here so far, like you can't say that as head coach. You just, sorry.
Yeah. I mean, the offense looked way better last week, so.
You can say whatever you want. You win 10 games a year.
Yeah, even
Yeah.
as the head coach, you can say whatever you want to.
But that's the same thing that happened to him at Houston. He was like, everyone loves that. Everyone loves that attitude until you don't win. Like Cignetti with Indiana, the Google me shit and all the, like the kind of shit talking. Like everyone loves that until you lose. And then they're like, you fucking, blah, 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 blah. So like if Indiana goes out next year and is like 3-5 after 8 games, Cignetti will be like the worst coach ever. Like they're going to hate him. Like you like that attitude unless you don't win.
Yeah. Well, that's just like we talked about the controversy. You can have controversy all you want as long as you're winning. As soon as you're not winning, then everybody wants you out of there. Unless you're Bo Pelini. He was winning and they just didn't want him there.
He also has controversy.
But that's what I'm saying. But he was winning.
Yeah. If it wasn't for the fact that Wisconsin jet sweeped us for like 4,000 yards, like 3 games in a row, he might have still be here.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Uh,
All right. That's the picks.
So officially you picked Nebraska.
Yep.
So where's my $100?
No, because you both can be wrong. And you still owe him.
I guess he got the win on that one.
Uh-huh.
He's either right or he gets $100 better.
Exactly.
I
Night
mean,
game, be nice and
strategery.
nice and bourboned up. I'm ready.
Can I pay you in Bitcoin?
You don't have any Bitcoin.
I have this much Bitcoin.
Well, that might be $100.
I mean, my preseason predictions was way closer than you.
Okay, well, if we get to 8, I won't.
No, we said season. 'Cause that was preseason picks.
Yeah.
What'd you have them at?
I thought I said 7 and 6. I'm pretty sure.
Would be 7 and 5.
7 and 5. Sorry. Yeah, that's what I thought I said.
I think
I can't remember.
I think he said 7 and 5. So Chris might be the 100% right. We're just sitting here fucking bitching back and forth. We all would be happier if I was right.
I will be unaffected.
You'd be happier.
Oh, if they were 11-1.
Or 10 and 2. Yeah, we'd all be fucking happy. We'd be talking about fucking playoff today.
Yeah,
Be way cooler.
It would be way cooler.
you know. But
Way
that was.
cooler.
But that
I
was.
contribute the same amount.
But that was before he made some changes. I think if he wouldn't have made the changes, I think he would have been in a rough spot.
Yeah, okay. We're never going to know, so it's fine.
No, but obviously them making changes mid-season was a good move by him.
Well,
Whether that was solely his decision or if someone up above was like, you need to change something, or this is...
I think it was his decision. So if you did you listen to Holgerson's press conference? Mm-mm. So he talked that Rule had called him in December to come and help, but he wasn't in a place to do it. And I think Holgerson was an assistant, was an analyst for TCU. Is that where he was at?
I don't know. That's a good question. I think he. Yeah,
I think he was an analyst for TCU, and so he went he went and he was on the sideline of the game there, but he had no say in it because he was just an analyst and he hated it. So he would just install and run him through things and then not even go to the games because he wasn't a part of the game. So I don't think he was really in a place to come here, and he didn't want to. I think he was kind of burnt out, but then after being on the sideline and not being able to affect the game, he really wanted to be a part of it. So Rule called him. And
yeah, he was an offensive consultant at TCU.
Well, that's what he came here for a day. He was like an offensive consultant for a day.
Well,
you know what? Actually, you're the OC.
Well, I think it was kind of hey, so apparently, according to him, he's been putting 16-hour days, just fucking watching film. Watching film, trying to figure out who they are, trying to figure out who Nebraska is, who their players are. Even in the his press conference, he doesn't even call them by their name; he calls them by their number because he doesn't fucking know who they are yet.
Well, hopefully they're in the right direction with him then.
Yeah, and I hope he stays.
Yeah, is White staying?
I don't know. I kind of think he should go.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not. I think the defense has regressed mightily this year.
Wow.
After they paid all that money to keep him.
Actually, it's going to be weird.
I mean, all the assistants are on 1-2-year contracts.
It's going to be a hard look though, to tell because with so many guys graduating off the defense, how are you going to know if it was him or the guys? You know what I mean?
Well, so last year you would think that when you have people coming back for another year, you would at least maintain, if not get somewhat better. And I just don't think they got better. And I think it was weird last year. They played so many young people. And this year, it's your defense, Singleton gets beat like a drum. We have just defensive backs that are just getting beat. Miscommunications, people running wide the fuck open. Happened against Wisconsin. There's one move gone. No one, safety's not there. Corner got ran by like he was standing still.
Yeah, but they still won.
Yeah, but when you see it though, the best time to fix something's in a win. If you can recognize that, hey, this wasn't very good.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I know they have a lot of young defensive back talent. I just don't know why they're not playing them.
I mean, I'm more worried about their line.
For next year? Mm-hmm. I'm not. They have tons of depth on defensive line. Ton of depth. And it's a little bit fast. It's a little bit more athletic. Not as big. You're going to miss Ty Robinson in the middle.
That's what I'm saying. I like some big guys up front.
No team can run. You know how many 4th and 1s we've stopped this year? It's fucking ridiculous.
And he's been a fullback a few times.
Dude, that formation where it was 3 running backs all with their hand in the ground with him as the second one. That's
I like the old power eye.
That was like more than a power eye. That was like fucking.
We need more fullback runs.
That's like a freight
They
train.
need to bring the fullback.
I want fullbacks with giant neck rolls that run with their head down.
Mike Hallstatt.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or like Schlesinger or Makovic if we want to go to.
Actual Nebraska players.
Yeah. Schlesinger played in the NFL for a freaking decade.
Yeah. Yeah, I like the old fucking power eye.
Schlesinger against Miami was the greatest. Those 2 touchdowns, or sorry, yeah, against Miami, 94. That was fucking wonderful.
Yeah. Bring back the fullbacks. It's our campaign.
Run the damn ball.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll see what happens with our last
Well,
pick of picks
did you
here.
see Emmett Johnson? I've been saying I love Emmett Johnson. He had almost 200 yards of offense. He had 110 yards rushing and 80-some yards receiving. He touched the ball like 22 times for almost 200 yards. Like, that's a pretty good fucking average.
Yeah. That tain't bad.
It was kind of an interesting college football week. Wasn't this the week when Mississippi State, Missouri played? And then that coach was yelling at, saying, if you guys don't shut your mouth, I'm going to score again. They were running the score up on them. You seen that?
No, when was that?
They were on the goal line, and Mississippi State's talking shit or something. And their coach, Missouri coach, yells, he's like, you guys shut your fucking mouth or I'll score again. You didn't see that headline? Yeah, that was. Yeah.
Was that what was that?
Oh, I think it was last week. I'm pretty sure it was last week.
Speaking of things like that, what did Raiola say to Fickle?
I don't know, but who the fuck was that sheriff think he is?
Maybe threatened to kick his ass or something.
Who cares?
Well, that guy's his security.
Who cares?
Well, I assume that as security, that's what you're supposed to do.
Does he like that was a Nebraska guy, right?
No, they bring their own security. They travel. They're like our friend that we know that is the
Yeah. So that was a Wisconsin sheriff?
yeah. They travel with them. They bring their own.
Freaking run up and grab his arm. Who the fuck do you
Well,
think
dude,
you are, bud?
when the guy I think anywhere you're security and somebody says I'm gonna fucking kick your ass, somebody's probably gonna be like, hey, dude,
Yeah.
let's
he
shave.
was walking away. It's not like I'm going to kick your ass walking towards you. That's a little bit different.
Maybe he said I'm meet you in the fucking parking lot.
Bike
Then
rack,
deal with it
3
in the parking
p.m.
lot.
Yeah, at the flagpole noon. Be there.
Yeah, so the Missouri head coach, Eli Drinkwitz, cool name, Drinkwitz.
Yeah.
Yeah, not bad. Yeah, at the end of the game, they were winning 39-20, and they were on the goal line, and he threatened to embarrass his opposition further if they kept trash talking his players, and he basically yelled at him from the sideline that you guys will shut up and we're going to score again. Yeah,
That's freaking great.
I thought it was fun. I couldn't stop.
I hate the term running of the score because you know what to do? Like, if you don't want them to score, then don't let them score.
Yeah, I've told you. I like
If they
when
have
people
their
keep their
third-
foot on the gas.
If
just
they have the
fucking-
third string in and they're like, if the third string's still scoring on you, I don't know what to say. You suck. Like, deal with it.
keep your foot on the gas the whole time.
Then old Colorado lost to Kansas.
I did.
That's terrible. It's terrible.
Yeah, it's so fucking terrible. I hope they lose every game for
terrible.
the rest of their lives.
You gotta get the hate out of your heart, dude. You got so
No,
much hatred.
this is fucking college football. You're supposed to be hate. I hope Colorado never wins again.
Weren't we just talking about like? Remember, these are kids playing, and Tanner's over there. Hope they fucking lose every game.
Yeah.
They're kids.
No, they're not. They're 18. They're adults. They get fucking paid. Hunter has already made more money than all of us.
Also true.
Yeah, I was happy they lost to Kansas though.
I hope they lose I hope they don't win again. Ever. I hope Dion never wins
I'm tired
another
of hearing
game.
about him.
Even if he goes to the
Tired of hearing
Cowboys.
about it.
I hope he never wins
I
again.
don't think he's gonna be the coach of the Cowboys.
I hope he is, and I hope he never wins again.
Yeah.
Wow. What are you gonna do if the Cowboys start winning games? You gotta fucking jump on that bandwagon. What if they win a Super Bowl?
No, never gonna happen.
That's not true. Remember he
You
said
wouldn't
that.
jump on the bandwagon if they want
No.
to. You wouldn't?
He
No.
totally would. Everybody remember that he said that.
He sucks Mahomes' dick. He's not,
I love Jerry Jones for years. I knew this was going to come around
What if
someday.
Mahomes goes to the Cowboys?
That would be hard. That would be
He's
hard.
never leaving Kansas City.
No.
Yeah.
There's no way.
Well, he might though.
He will when he
I
should.
doubt it.
When he should trade him. It's like when
Favre left
Montana.
Green Bay. Montana left.
They didn't leave. They wanted to continue their careers with their team, but the team didn't want to keep them around anymore.
That's what I'm saying.
so
If he
that's
gets
why
like
they
shitty enough, they'll just be like, "Well, see
Yeah.
you later."
I don't know. I just feel like he'll retire when. I think you're right. I don't think he'll ever.
I'm
play
just glad they're not going to three-peat this year.
They will.
left. No, they're not.
No, they're not.
Yeah, they are.
Nope.
Either
tell-
Buffalo or Derrick Henry and the Ravens are going to fucking
I was
take
going
him
to say
out.
the Ravens are going to. I think the Ravens will take them out.
you do understand what Lamar's playoff like.
He didn't have
That
Derrick
doesn't
Henry
mean
then.
shit. What are we talking about old stuff for?
Who's carrying the fucking team right now for the Ravens? Derrick Henry.
Lamar.
Dude, if they didn't have Derrick Henry,
Lamar leads the fucking league in passing. He has like 30 touchdowns to 4 interceptions.
yeah, you don't think it's Derrick's running game that opens up the fucking passing game even more?
No, I'm fine. Okay.
Is Derrick Henry not having a great year in Baltimore?
So Saquon's carrying it for Philadelphia.
Fuck yes, he is. He hurdled the guy backwards.
That was the coolest thing I've seen.
Yes.
That's pretty fucking.
Anytime you have a good running game, it opens up your passing game. You know that.
I do know that, but I just, for whatever reason,
The two teams that have the two best running backs right now are probably fucking leading their divisions, and they are.
I'm sure the Giants are feeling real good about not paying him what he wanted to stay there.
I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm sure they're feeling real good about it.
I'm sure they're feeling really good about paying Daniel Jones, who is now the backup quarterback from Minnesota. Is that right?
I don't know. Did he go there? I didn't know if he got traded.
I think he might have been signed with the Vikings.
Yeah.
Well, the Lions are the best team in the NFC.
They are.
I do believe Baltimore is the best team in the AFC, but Lamar Jackson sucks in the playoffs, and he still can't.
Pre-Derrick Henry.
He can't beat Patrick Mahomes. He hasn't done it in the playoffs. So is neither is Josh Allen.
He's due.
Pre-Derrick Henry.
He's due.
There's like 2 quarterbacks that have beat Mahomes in the playoffs.
And you got a slow old Travis Kelce now.
Okay. Travis Kelce just had like 30-some receptions over 3 games. When he needs to play, he can play.
That's fine.
Due.
Who?
The Ravens. They're due.
I mean, they should be. But if Lamar tries to like,
We're not talking about Lamar. We're talking about Derrick Henry.
you
team
have to.
sport.
It's the offensive
What'd you say?
coordinator.
It's a team sport.
It's a team sport. There's no I in team.
There is a me though, bitch.
There ain't no we either.
There is a. It's an offensive coordinator for the Ravens. Like his head, like no matter who it is, it's changed. But their head goes straight up their ass in playoff time, like right up there, like they're wearing it as a hat. It's fucking
Hey,
terrible.
you guys got to fucking get through the Raiders today, okay?
Fucking 10-1, bitch. Like
I'd hope the fucking Raiders win now. Just
The Raiders. Yeah.
here's the thing: I don't feel good about any regular season game right now. Like I don't feel good about any of them for the Chiefs. Like
Well, which officiating crew's there? The one that they paid off, or the one that they are they?
the one that lets Mahomes know when he's going to get hit.
Yeah, the one
he
that-
has them. He has them all paid off.
Yeah.
I don't.
Oh, hey,
there
let
might
me know
be a
when that
couple
guy's going to
outliers.
hit me so I can move.
He's pretty funny.
Just start yelling pineapple. Pineapple. Pineapple.
Yeah, I think they're going to no 3-peat for the Chiefs this year. Then you got to start over to try to 3. Then you got to pick a different team. Fuck.
No.
Well, the good news is you can probably get a good discount on Chiefs stuff after they lose.
Well,
But you won't be a fan- but you won't be a
with
fan
all
anymore.
the Husker stuff you're wearing right now. It never goes on sale, no matter how many
It
times you
used to
lose.
go on sale. That's why that was the only thing good about the Bill Callahan era. I could buy really cheap Husker because it sucks so bad. So I remember going to the mall and it'd be 70% off. I'm like, this is great. Just loading up. Everybody else is like, nobody's wearing this stuff.
Well, no, because you could wear that to the volleyball game.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
God, I hope we win a tie. I hope if we.
I think that's what it is tonight. If they beat Penn State tonight, it's the
They're
Big Ten
big-
championship. But
they're-
if they lose, then they got to split it with Penn State.
Yep.
So I don't think they're going to lose though.
No,
So
they're gonna win. They're fucking good. They swept Wisconsin for the first time since 2012.
And they had like 6 of their girls get drafted or something like that to that volleyball league. I saw something about that.
Was that projections or was that the actual draft?
Oh, I don't know.
no,
It
I think
seemed
it's
like
an actual draft.
yeah,
they
'cause
drafted before the season's over.
Because the number 1 overall pick was from Nebraska.
Yeah, it was.
they had it everywhere. I didn't read into. I just assumed it was the.
Yeah, we
Okay.
watched that game, and the first 2 series they played really well. In the third series, Wisconsin came out and I think they had like a 6-point lead, 5 or 6 point lead.
Yeah.
And then Nebraska came back to beat them the worst out of all 3 of the sets after they got a big lead on them.
Nebraska
So,
had some freaking runs.
yeah, I don't think they're going to lose tonight. They look pretty good.
Nice.
So
All right.
You don't want to fuck with Nebraska volleyball or rifle or
Yeah.
bowling. We're good at those 3 sports.
Hey man, it's whatever. They got a good track team too.
Yeah, gonna have a good softball team too.
Yeah, I don't know much about softball, so
Sure you don't. I know you're a closet softball fan.
Go
All
Big
right.
Red.
Yeah, go Big Red.
You guys good?
Yeah.
All right, guys. That's our picks.
I'll see you $100
It's the last one of the season.
tomorrow.
Yep.
What's
You guys
that?
$100
bring
tomorrow.
Cash.
You're not gonna be here tomorrow.
If Nebraska wins, I will be.
Wait, what?
We mean if they win. You should have said when they win.
When Nebraska
No,
wins, I
because he
will be.
questions it too. You just saw it right there. That's his true conscience right there. All right, guys. Go out to Elite Nutrition today on Black Friday. Is it going all weekend or what?
Yep.
All right, all weekend. They got Black Friday deals. Stop at the gym. We got $10 t-shirts, including some of the podcast shirts.
That's a good deal.
Yeah, $10 t-shirt. That's like a steal. All right, guys. We appreciate you listening. We'll see you next time.